Imagine going for Umrah for a religious pilgrimage as a Muslim from prior Cape Verde to Saudi Arabia. And the first shocker I received on this trip was when the airline decided to serve us all bacon sandwich. For the first time ever, I have been traveling with this airline, and this has never happened. And it was like, why was this happening on this trip? Upon request, they eventually found something for me, a very unhealthy meal, and this was all I was served for the entire 4 hours trip. It wasn't a very funny experience, but alhamdulillah, we arrived Lisbon safely, and I immediately tried to find my way to check in for my next flight.
The time run I run here, I had just 3 hours, less than 3 hours to check in, and the airport is massive. But I'm glad I made it anyway. So, off to Qatar we go.
Once I was checked in, I immediately tried to find something to eat. I was so hungry from the flight. It was an early flight, so I didn't get to eat anything before leaving. So I found a Burger King. Yeah, I found a Burger King. Well, this was the safest thing for me to eat because I didn't want to eat something I was unsure of. And this was what took me until we boarded the next flight, Qatar Airline. This was my first time ever, and I loved the entire experience. It was quite a smooth flight. I am a very restless flyer. I couldn't sleep even with the Quran. I tried to listen to the Quran, and all. It was still not. I was still not able to sleep. So then I switched to try to watch a movie, a very boring one. I didn't enjoy this particular movie, but what I eventually, we got served. The meal was delicious. It was so good. I can't even compare it to what we were served during my first flight. But alhamdulillah was all I could say. And then finally, I arrived Qatar airport. This is also my first time in Doha, Qatar, and it was a beautiful experience. I was really glad I came through Qatar. I arrived tired and just in time for Fajr prayer as I tried to find my way around to find the mosque to pray Fajr within the airport. The masjid was quite a lengthy walk, so as I walked towards, try to find my way around, I took my time to, glance around, look around to get familiar with the airport, looking at all of the signs, just ensuring that I'm taking in everything around my atmosphere. I like to do that whenever I travel. And eventually, as I walked towards the signs were very clear and direct. So I was able to finally see the sign for where the masjid was in the airport. They had this beautiful space for ladies where the bathroom and the women's ablution room were all separated, and then it was so spacious, so clean and neat. It smelled so good in here. Like, this is the first time I will come into a clean women's ablution room like this. And then the masjid also was clean. They had spare hijabs for those who needed hijabs. It was quite an experience. And from there, I found my way around this lovely VIP lounge that had everything. My flight was, I had a long layover. So I think I paid about $70 for this lounge, which was worth it because I had all you can eat buffet. There was drinks, there was everything available there for the entire hours I was there. And I probably spent about 6 hours there or more before finally moving around. But I was sure to eat and relax. I spent time on one of the very soft lounge couches, and before you know it, it was time for me to go. and catch the next flight. And here I am looking all relaxed, ready to board my next flight from Qatar to Medina. Now we arrived Medina. Alhamdulillah, I received the first culture shock when I saw that almost all of the immigration ladies were in niqab. Subhanallah, it was so beautiful. I couldn't stop staring at them as I finished clearing my visa, and I passed through the immigration successfully. This is me taking in the sight of the part of the airport. It was just giving me some kind of alien vibes, from all of the decorations of the airport. Everything was just like, it was so beautiful. This is me coming down to pick up my luggage, and I arrived earlier than my group. My group was coming in from the US, so I had to come and wait for them so we can live together. So I tried to find the masjid. Here I am in the masjid at the airport in Medina. I dropped my bag, everything's safe there. I made wudu, I prayed, and I waited for my aunt and the group to arrive. And then when they arrived, we were ready to go check into the masjid. By this time, it was around, I think, around Maghrib time. You can see us out in front of the airport. The airport is beautiful. It's magnificent. Like, I could not stop staring and admire. I took a lot of pictures, by the way. These are just a few of what I. And then we found ourselves the bus, put our luggages in there, and here we are all seated. Everyone was happy. I made a lot of my auntie's friends and all of that, and we are all ready to head to our hotel and get settled for the evening. This is the drive to the hotel. My